Good morning, students. And the topic mechanical properties of fluids. And already in regular classes it is completed. And the last concept of the topic is capillary rise. Before the concept of capillary rise, you might have studied, that is angle of contact. The angle of contact between a surface of the solid as well as a surface of the liquid, and you studied. And the last concept of the topic capillary rise we can see now. And before going to the concept, you need to know what do you mean by capillary. The capillary, in the sense, it is the tube, it is the fine tube having very small diameter. Means the diameter of that tube is very small, and through the tube, because of adhesive force, the liquid is rising through the capillary. What do you mean by capillary? Capillary, it is nothing but it is a hollow, a narrow tube, or it is the tube having a very small diameter. That one we are going to call it as capillary. And what is capillary rise? If you dip this tube inside the liquid, along the length of the tube there is a rise of liquid. The property of rising the liquid through the pipe or through the tube because of adhesive force, that phenomena we are going to call it as capillary rise. The capillary, in the sense, this is the word indicating a fine tube. It is the tube having a fine tube having very small diameter. Small diameter is called as capillary tube. Diameter called capillary tube. Capillary tube. And as you know very well, the rise of liquid. And I discussed one is a adhesive force and another one is a cohesive force. The adhesive force and cohesive force, the phenomena, if the adhesive force is greater than cohesive force, then you are getting the nature of the meniscus inside the liquid is, that is a concave. Concave, or else if the cohesive force is greater than adhesive force, you are getting the nature of the meniscus, that is convex. And here the tube having a fine tube having a small diameter is called as a capillary. And what is capillary rise? What is capillary rise? It is the process, or it is the phenomena. It is the phenomenon of rising the liquid particles, along the length of tube, rising the liquid along the length of the tube due to adhesive force. Due to adhesive force is called as capillary rise. Is called capillary rise. Is called capillary rise. And the main reason this one is for, that is the adhesive force. As you know very well, if adhesive force, the force of attraction between different kind of molecules, the force of attraction between different kind of molecules is called as adhesive force. And the force of attraction between same kind of molecules is called as cohesive force. I discussed this one in regular classes. The force of attraction between a similar kind of molecules is called as a cohesive force, and the force of attraction between different kind of molecules is called as a adhesive force. For example, the force of attraction between water molecule and water molecule is a cohesive force. Mercury molecule and mercury molecule is a cohesive force. The force of attraction between a glass particle and glass particle is a cohesive force. In generally, how we can define the cohesive force? It is the force of attraction, molecular force of attraction between a similar kind of molecules is called as a cohesive force. If the molecules are different, in between those two also there has been a force of molecular force of attraction is there. That force of attraction is called as a cohesive force. And one thing I have decided, if the nature is, the adhesive force is greater than cohesive force. If the adhesive force is greater than cohesive force, you are getting the nature of the meniscus is concave. The nature of the meniscus is a concave and a concave. And if the cohesive force is greater than adhesive force, the nature of the meniscus you are getting, that is a convex. That is a convex. Convex, I discussed this also. And if it is adhesive force is greater than cohesive force, the nature of the meniscus is a concave. And if it is a concave, the angle of contact that what you are obtaining, that is become a acute angle. And if cohesive force is greater than adhesive force, the nature of the meniscus you are getting it as a convex. And if you obtain the angle of contact for this condition, you are getting it as a obtuse. And here we can discuss the capillary rise is based on this one. Adhesive force is greater than cohesive force. You just imagine yourself, here is the diagram and this is the liquid. I am taking it as a water, this is the liquid and this is a tube, and this is a tube, a fine tube having very narrow diameter. Its diameter should be very small. Its diameter should be very small. Then that tube we are going to call it as a capillary tube. And if you dip the capillary tube inside the liquid and along the length of the tube, the water is rising up. What is the reason behind for this one is the adhesive force is greater than cohesive force, and this is the liquid particles and this is the capillary tube, and these are all the liquid particles, and these I indicated black particles are called as a solid particles. Solid particles are nothing but this is a tube, means a tube particles. These are tube particles and these are tube particles, and this blue colored we are indicating, those are called as a liquid particles. As you know very well, take this condition, adhesive force is greater than cohesive force. And here this is a glass particle, this is a solid particle, and this is a liquid particle, and between solid and liquid, what is there? Adhesive force is there in this direction. This is adhesive force, and this liquid particle and this particle, this is a cohesive force. The adhesive force is greater than cohesive force. That's why this water particle rising here. This water particle rising here. Again this water, there has been a cohesive, and glass particle, water particle, again adhesive. Adhesive is greater than cohesive. Cohesive is downward, adhesive is upward. Adhesive is more than cohesive. That's why this water particle rising here. And again here this is a water particle. In glass particle and water particle, adhesive is there. Water particle and water particle, cohesive is there. Cohesive is less, adhesive is more. That's why this water particle rising here. Again this glass particle and water particle, in between adhesive is there. Water particle and water particle, cohesive is there. Cohesive is downward, adhesive is upward. That's why this water particle rising here. This phenomena goes on continuously. As a result, the liquid present in the container rising along the length of the tube. For example, in forest you might have seen a length of some trees, it is up to 300 to 400 meter. You think yourself, how come that the water from the bottom of the, or how come that the water from the bottom is rising up to the top of the branches? That is the because of this reason. Adhesive force is greater than cohesive force. Therefore, glass particle, water particle, this is adhesive force in this direction, and water cohesive in this direction. Adhesive is more, that's the water particle rising. Again glass particle, water particle, glass particle, water particle, adhesive force in down upward, and water, this is cohesive. Adhesive is greater than cohesive, this water particle rising here. The phenomena goes on continuously. As a result, along the length of the tube, the water is rising up because of this one. The adhesive force is greater than cohesive force. And how to find out how much length that the liquid is rising in the tube? That is h. We can find out that also. how much length that the water inside the tube is going to increases. That also we can find out by using a formula. And how to take that formula? Let us take, I am taking this part only, tube part only. Let us imagine this is a tube and this is a tube, and the water is rising like this. These are the glass particles, these are the glass particles, these are the glass particle, and these are the water particles. These are the water particles. Glass particle, water particle, adhesive force, water water cohesive force, adhesive is more, cohesive is less, that's why this water particle rising here. Again glass water adhesive, glass water water cohesive, and adhesive is more in this direction, that's why it is rising. And again this is the water, water water cohesive, glass water adhesive, again this is rising here. Again water water cohesive, again glass water adhesive, adhesive is more, that's why it is rising. The phenomena is goes on continuously. As a result, the liquid in the tube is goes on increases to a certain height. And how to find out that rise in the liquid? It means that height, how we have to find out? Let us imagine now the water is rising. Now the water is rising to a certain level. Now the water is rising to a certain level, and the condition is there, the adhesive force is greater than cohesive force, in the sense the which nature of the meniscus you are getting? Concave. Which nature of the meniscus you are getting? That is a concave. Let us imagine this is a concave. This is a concave surface, and this one is a concave surface, because the condition is adhesive force is greater than cohesive force, in the sense we are getting a concave surface. Let us take this as a concave surface, and this is the nature of the meniscus as a concave. And imagine I am taking one line here, this line indicating tube radius. This is a tube diameter, this is a tube radius, tube radius, tube radius, and the radius of capillary tube. This line is radius of capillary tube, indicated as small a. And this is a concave surface we are getting. Because of this condition, I am taking a full diagram of this meniscus. This is a meniscus, and I am taking another line here. This line, this is the center of meniscus. From the center of meniscus I am taking this line. This is the radius of meniscus. Small r is radius of meniscus, and small a is radius of tube. R is not the radius of tube. The small r is radius of meniscus, and small a is radius of tube. This is a tube radius, tube radius, tube radius, tube radius, small a, and r is a meniscus radius. Take a theta here, and theta, this is theta, and let us take theta is equal to, from the diagram, theta is equal to adjacent divided by hypotenuse, that is small a divided by r. Adjacent divided by hypotenuse. The adjacent divided by hypotenuse in the which trigonometric function you have to take? That is cos theta. Then cos theta is equal to a divided by r. And here we know that the formula excess pressure delta P is equal to, that is 2s divided by r, and this one I have derived relation in a theory class, regular class. And here this can be find out by rho into g into h, and this is equal to 2s divided by r, and from the diagram rho into g into h is equal to 2 by s as it is. R can be written as, that is, let us take r here and divided by a cos theta, and substitute r is nothing but a by cos theta, this belongs to rho g h is equal to 2s cos theta divided by a. And if you want to find out h is equal to 2s cos theta divided by rho into g into e, and this h is indicating with how much length inside the tube the water has rising up. ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್ದಿಂದ ಎಷ್ಟು ಲೆವೆಲ್ದಿಂದ ಆ ವಾಟರ ರೈಸ್ ಆಗ್ಯದ, ಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಹೈಟಿಗೆ ರೈಸ್ ಆಗ್ಯದ. ಇಫ್ ಯು ವುಡ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಟು ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ದಟ್ ಎಚ್, that you can use this formula 2s cos theta. S is a surface tension, theta is the angle of contact, and rho is the density of the liquid, and g is acceleration due to gravity, as you know very well, 9.81 meter per second square, and a is that is the radius of tube. If you use this theoretical formula, then you are getting with how much height that the water has rising up in the tube, that we can get. Therefore remember this formula, H is equal to 2s cos theta divided by rho into g into a. And what are the symbols meaning here? Cos theta is angle of contact, S is a surface tension, 2 is a constant, rho is density of the liquid, g is a 9.8, a is that is a tube radius, not a meniscus radius, tube radius. And this H we are also going to call it as by the another name, ascent formula. Ascent formula, ascent means a height, ascent formula, ascent means a height, how much a height in the tube that the water is rising up. We can find out that H value. The H we are going to call it as ascent. Ascent means height, with how much height that the liquid is rising up in the tube, that can be calculated by using this formula. And you remember this formula for numericals, and the derivation is not required. And here in the tube the water is rising up because of which reason? That is the adhesive force is greater than cohesive force. And I discussed about the angle of contact. If the adhesive force is greater than cohesive force, then the nature of the meniscus you are getting it as a concave. Then the angle of contact, if you calculate, then you are getting it as a acute angle, acute angle. And if cohesive force is greater than adhesive force, then the nature of the meniscus you are getting it as a convex. And if it is a convex, then if you want to find out the angle of contact between tangent to the liquid surface and tangent to the solid surface, then you are getting it as a obtuse. And for capillary rise, the condition has to be applying is adhesive force is greater than cohesive. Adhesive force greater than cohesive. In the tube the water is rising. What is the nature of the meniscus? Concave. For imaginary I am taking full meniscus here. Small r is a meniscus radius, small a is a tube radius, and theta relation I am taking cos theta a by r, and this relation I substituted in this formula. This is excess formula, excess pressure inside the liquid drop formula, and I substituted everything, and I got this H is equal to 2s cos theta by rho g a, and 2s cos theta by rho g a, rho density and acceleration due to gravity, tube radius and surface tension of the liquid, and constant, and angle of contact between a liquid surface and a solid surface. And here capillary in the meaning, tube having very small diameter, we are going to call it as a capillary. And inside the tube, if you dip the tube in the liquid, if you dip the tube in the liquid, along the length of the tube there has been a rising of liquid. That process we are going to call it as capillary rise. And finally remember this formula. And another concept, there has been detergents and surface tension. While washing the clothes, dirty clothes, you are adding some detergent powder, and leave this one. Next concept, detergents and surface tension. While washing the clothes, you are adding a detergent powder to the liquid, and after adding that detergent powder to the liquid, what is happening? The surface tension of the liquid is decreases. If the surface tension of the liquid decreases, then the cloths becomes wetting. As soon as a result, it is very easily we can able to wash dirt from the cloths. By adding detergents to the liquid, what is happened to the liquid? Its property changes. What its property? That is a surface tension. The surface tension of the water decreases. If the surface tension of the water decreases, in the sense the angle of contact is decreases. If the angle of contact decreases, that the water particle it is spreading more energetically on the surface of the cloth and entering into each pores of the cloth as a result easily it is able to remove the dirt from cloths. And you remember last, this is capillary rise, and remember the formula, and not all this ascent formula, or how much height that the liquid is rising up in the tube, that can be calculated by using this theoretical formula. You remember this one, and the next class will go through NCERT problems. And we can start the NCERT numericals, mechanical properties of fluids. And the first, that is exercise 10.5. Read the question first and understand what he has given. A 50 kg girl wearing a high heel shoes, and she is balancing her weight on a single heel, and the weight of the girl is 50 kg, and she weared a high heel shoe, and that girl is able to balancing her weight on a single heel. And next, a heel is circular with a diameter of 1 centimeter. The bottom surface of that shoe is shape is a circular one. She is walking on the horizontal floor, and she weared a heel shoe, and the bottom surface of that a shoe is a shape is a circular, and its diameter is a 1 centimeter. And what is the pressure exerted by the heel on the horizontal floor? The shape of the heel and the shape of that bottom surface of the heel he has given, that is circular, and its diameter is 1 centimeter, and she is walking on the horizontal floor, and what she is doing? She is balancing her weight on a single heel. And what you need to find out, that is what is the pressure exerted by the heel on the shoe on the floor while walking. The solution direct is there, as you know very well, the direct formula, pressure is equal to, that is normal force per unit area of the floor. And you know very well, F can be written as m into g divided by area is equal to pi into r square, pi into r square. And here mass of the girl he has given, that is 50 kg, that is 50 kg into g, as you know very well, 9.81 whole divided by, and phi value you know very well, 3.142 into, we can write the r is equal to, therefore you know very well, r is equal to d divided by 2, r is equal to d divided by 2, and here square is there, and therefore r square can be written as d square divided by 4, r square can be written as d square divided by 4, and phi I have written as it is, and r can be written as d divided by 4, d divided by 4, and here this is d square, substitute 50 into 9.81 divided by 3.142 into d value he has given, d value he has given, that is d is equal to 1 centimeter, and 1 centimeter is not the SI unit, take in terms of meter, d is equal to 1 into 10 to the power of minus 2 meter, and substitute here 1 into 10 to the power of minus 2 whole square, and this is whole divided by 4. Take 4 on numerator, 4 into 50 into 9.81 divided by 3.142 into 10 to the power of 2 into 2 minus 4, and check the answer, you are getting 6.2 into 10 to the power of 6 Pascal, 6 Pascal, or you can use the unit as Newton per meter square. This is the pressure exerted by the girl while she is balancing her weight on a single heel. What is the pressure exerted by the girl on the horizontal floor? 6.2 into 10 to the power of 6 Pascal, or you can use the unit as Newton per meter square. And please note down this one. And next question you can read, that is exercise number 10.6. A Torricelli, as you know very well, Evangelista Torricelli, name of the scientist. Evangelista Torricelli barometer used mercury and the Blaise Pascal. This is also the scientist name, because we are using the SI unit of pressure, that is the name after the scientist is Blaise Pascal. The Pascal, what he is doing, he is duplicating it using a French wine of density 984 kg per meter square, sorry, this is meter cube, and determine the height of the wine column in the tube. As you know very well, first of all, the mercury barometer is discovered by a scientist called Torricelli, Evangelista Torricelli. For what purpose we are going to use a device? For the measurement of a value of 1 atmospheric pressure. What do you mean by 1 atmospheric pressure? That can be calculated by using a instrument is called as a mercury barometer, and that is devised or discovered by a scientist called Torricelli. While discovering, he is using a liquid for the preparation of this mercury barometer, that is a mercury. He is going to use mercury as a liquid in the mercury barometer, because it is a high density, as you know very well, that reason also. And the Pascal, what he is doing, he is duplicating that mercury barometer. Instead of mercury, what he is using? Instead of mercury, Pascal using a French wine. And the French wine density is also, he has given 984 kg per meter cube. The French wine density he has given. And if you use a mercury in the device, the height of the column of mercury becomes 0.76 meter or 76 centimeter. Getting mercury barometer, if you use, what is the height of the mercury in the tube? That is 0.76 meter it will come. But what he has asked, don't use mercury. Pascal, what he is doing? He is replacing mercury by the French wine. Mercury बदलागी ಏನು ತಗೋತಾನ? French wine ತಗೋತಾನ ಯಾರ? Pascal. If you use a French wine instead of mercury, what will be the height of this liquid? Means liquid in the sense mercury wine. What will be the height of mercury? What will be the height of French wine in the tube? You need to find out. It means that H you need to find out. But H is there. This is the H of the liquid with respective of mercury. But you need to find out the H value if you use a French wine instead of mercury. Direct formula is there, that is, you know very well, that is atmospheric pressure is equal to rho into G into H. This is atmospheric pressure. As you know very well, atmospheric pressure, that is P is equal to 1.013 into 10 to the power of 5 Pascal, and this value you know very well. And you need to find out H with respective of French wine. H is equal to P as it is, take rho and G this side, rho G, what is P? 1.013 into 10 to the power of 5 and whole divided by, rho means density of French wine you have to take, not the mercury, because instead of mercury what you are using? French wine. That's why you need to take the density of French wine, that is 984 kg per meter cube, G is 9.81 meter per second square, and if you calculate the answer of H, you are getting 10.5 meter. 10.5 meter. If you use mercury here, how much? The length of the tube you are getting, h is equal to 0.76 centimeter, and instead of mercury, if you use a liquid as a French wine, then how much will the length of the tube will become? That is 10.5 meter. This is almost, that is 10 times more than that of the 0.76 meter. That's why by using French wine it is inconvenient in order to build a mercury barometer. Therefore, if we use mercury, just 0.76 meter length of the tube is required. But instead of mercury, if we use a French wine, the tube length will be very large. That is 10.2 meter. Getting? Please note down this one. And go to next exercise number, that is 10.7. Read the question first, what he has given. A vertical offshore structure is built to withstand a maximum stress of 10 to the power of 9 Pascal. Is the structure is suitable for putting off on top of the well? And he has given a given value, that is the depth of the oil well is in the ocean is 3 kilometer. What is the meaning of the question? Getting? Understand first, this is the ocean. This is the ocean, and here inside the ocean one oil well is there. Oil well means oil anna extract ಮಾಡ್ತಾರ ಈ ವಲ್ದಿಂದ. This is all the ocean, and this is oil well is there inside the ocean, and the height of that ocean from surface to the depth is equal to how much? That is approximately he has given 3 kilometer. And while extracting the oil from the ocean, there has been a system. There has been a system they are going to build. They are going to build on the top of the oil well. And what he has asked, he has given the depth of the ocean is 3 kilometer, and oil well is there. On the top of the oil well, there has been a structure. Vertical structure is there. Vertical structure is there. ಈ ವರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಅನ್ನ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮೇಲೆ ಬಿಲ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾರ. ಈ ಬಿಲ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿರುವಂಥ ಈ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಈ ಆಯಿಲ್ ವೆಲ್ಲದ ಮೇಲೆ ಡೌನ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಏನು ಎಕ್ಸರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದ? ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಅನ್ನ ಎಕ್ಸರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದ. And we don't know how much pressure that is exerting on the oil well, but one condition he has given. ಈ ಆಯಿಲ್ ವೆಲ್ಲದ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಇದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ನೀವು ಯಾವುದರ ಒಂದು ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟನ್ನು ಬಿಲ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿರಿ ಅಥವಾ ಒಂದು ಸಿಸ್ಟಮನ್ನು ಬಿಲ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿ, ಆವಾಗ ಹೌ ಮಚ್ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಸ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ದ ಆಯಿಲ್ ವೆಲ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ವಿತ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್, ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ 10 to the power of 9 ಪಾಸ್ಕಲ್. ಹಂಗಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಆಯಿಲ್ ವೆಲ್ಲದ ಮೇಲೆ, ಅಂದರೆ ಈ ಆಯಿಲ್ ವೆಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಅದ್ರ ಮ್ಯಾಗ ನೀವು ಎಷ್ಟರ ವೇಟ್ ಹಾಕಿದ ಮೇಲೆ ಡೌನ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ದಾಗ ಆಯಿಲ್ ವೆಲ್ಲದ ಮೇಲೆ ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಬೀಳ್ತದ. ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಪ್ರೆಷರನ್ನು ಟಾಲರೇಟ್ ಅಂದರೆ ವಿತ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಮಾಡುವಂಥ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟಿ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಐತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ 10 to the power of 9 ಪಾಸ್ಕಲ್. ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಪ್ರೆಷರನ್ನು ತಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುವಂಥ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟಿ ಇದಕ್ಕದ 10 to the power of 9 ಪಾಸ್ಕಲ್. ಅಂಡ್ ನೀವೇನು ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? ಈಸ್ ದ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಈ ಆಯಿಲ್ ವೆಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಈಸ್ ದ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಈಸ್ ಸುಟೇಬಲ್ ಫಾರ್ ಫುಟಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಟಾಪ್ ಆಫ್ ವೆಲ್. ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರನ್ನು ಬಿಲ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾರ. ಆ ಬಿಲ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿರುವಂಥ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ದಿಂದ ಆಯಿಲ್ ವೆಲ್ಲದ ಮೇಲೆ ಡೌನ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಅದ. ಆ ಪ್ರೆಷರನ್ನು ವಿತ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಮಾಡುವಂಥ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟಿ ಈ ಆಯಿಲ್ ವೆಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಐತು ಅಥವಾ ಇಲ್ವೋ ಅದನ್ನು ನೀವು ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾ. ಈಸ್ ದ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಈಸ್ ಸುಟೇಬಲ್ ಫಾರ್ ಫುಟಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಟಾಪ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ವೆಲ್, ಯು ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್. ಅಂಡ್ ಒನ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಹಿ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಗಿವನ್ depth of the ocean, he has given 3 kilometer. Maximum stress that is bear by the oil well is he has given 10 to the power 9. And is the structure is suitable for putting upon the top of the oil well, you need to find out. What you need to find out? The first, what is the pressure exerted by this offshore structure on the oil well, you need to find out. ಈ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ದಿಂದ ಆಯಿಲ್ ವೆಲ್ಲದ ಮೇಲೆ ಡೌನ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಎಕ್ಸರ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದ ನೀವು ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಈ ಆಯಿಲ್ ವೆಲ್ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಪ್ರೆಷರನ್ನು ಗೆಟಿಂಗ್ ವಿತ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದ ಅದನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ದೆನ್ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಎಕ್ಸರ್ಟೆಡ್ ಬೈ ದ vertical offshore structure on the top of the oil well, you need to find out. Solution direct formula is there, that is P is equal to rho into G into H. What is P? Pressure exerted on the oil well by the vertical offshore structure, and here rho is nothing but this is the water and the density he has, that is known value 1000 kg per meter cube. G value as you know variable 9.81 meter per second square. H value the approximate depth of the ocean he has given, that is 3 kilometer, and P is equal to 1000 into 9.81 into convert kilometer to meter, that is 3000 meter, and multiply all the value, you are getting around 3 into 10 to the power of 7, that is Pascal. And the scientific notation you have to observe here, and here we are getting the power as 10 to the power of 7. What is the maximum capacity that the oil well has to be withstand? That is 10 to the power of 9. ಈ ಆಯಿಲ್ ವೆಲ್ ಮೇಲೆ ನೀವು ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಇಟ್ಟಾಗ ಎಷ್ಟು ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಅನ್ನ ಎಕ್ಸರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡುವಂತ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟಿ ಇದಕ್ಕದ 10 to the power 9. ಬಟ್ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಎಕ್ಸರ್ಟೆಡ್ ಬೈ ದಿ ವರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ offshore in downward direction? That is 10 to the power of 7. Therefore, the pressure exerted by this vertical system on the oil well in downward direction is 10 to the power 7. But what is the capacity that the oil well having to bear the pressure in downward? That is 10 to the power 9. Therefore, the pressure exerted by this system in downward direction is less compared to its capacity. Therefore, the capacity, the oil well is having capacity to withstand a pressure is a stress is 10 to the power of 9. Stress is 10 to the power of 9 Pascal, but a structure exert just 10 to the power of 7 Pascal. Therefore, the pressure exerted by this structure in downward is lesser than its capacity. Therefore, the oil well can withstand stress exerting by that structure, ಅಂದ್ರೆ vertical offshore structure. Please note down